I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frankstone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance. Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
She done gave us some bullshit. Compassionate probing. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I just dozed off a bit. Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
1,000... oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before, huh?
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh, right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, director? Want to keep sitting around, or you want to peek behind the curtain?
Man, we about to look around this motherfucker.
What are you waiting for?
Now, this is a real bold statement kind of room, you know what I mean? New Augustine got cash, but not like this kind of cash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Curious, tell me about Augustine. Suspicious. How do you know about Murder Mill? Yeah, suspicious.
Why don't you tell me how you know so much about Murder Mill?
I'm a big fan. It's your first credit.
Cut the shit, man.
Okay. You wanna know the truth? When I first heard about it, I didn't believe it was real. But the more I looked into it, the more breadcrumbs I found, and the further I followed the trail, the more fascinated I became. Not just in the film, in the legend. Whether you meant to or not, you created a monster with this movie. Even if it isn't really cursed, the fact that everyone believes it is makes it real.
Believing in something doesn't make it real.
Well, that's why I had to find out for myself. Took me a couple years, but when the opportunity came for me to actually acquire a genuine piece of it, I jumped at the chance.
And just how did you acquire it, exactly?
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much. But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around.
Why is my head looking like that? Oh well. Alright, so
Can't
we got
deny this place would make an incredible film location.
I love your outfit, by the way.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. It's Italian. Well, the shoes are Italian. And the belt. I got it cheap from a guy. He's got a guy who's got a pants guy, so I got these pants from his guy's guy, had them tailored just right by the other guy I know, who also got me the blazer, which is like a super limited VIP club edition. But you want to know a secret?
Sure.
Found the turtleneck in a secondhand shop.
Scandalous.
Right?
Huh.
Don't tell anyone.
Now that was a curious sound.
Where did that come from? I seen it, but is it over here? Yep. Oh. Before I go in here, I'm gonna check around everywhere else. That's ugly. Let me go up here.
Yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Both, or...
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, it... How did you know that?
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Wow. Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
Man, you don't care. Yeah, what about you, Stan?
And what about you, Stan? Where'd you get your piece of the film?
Well, now, that is a very good question. And an expensive one, too. But you know what? Since I am such a big fan of your work, I'll give you a little taste, free of charge. I can't tell you who I got it from or why they had it. I will tell you that I acquired it from them completely by the book in a very honorable game of chance.
You won it?
Fair and square.
Who the fuck would be gambling with it? They have no right.
Well, it seems like you're more attached to this little project than what you've been letting on.
You don't just gamble away something like that.
Yeah, I don't know why old girl feel alienated, but I don't like staying. But before we go upstairs, and they already going, I'm gonna check in here. So they got cameras all through here.
Looks like practically every room in the house. Where's our host?
Everywhere in the house except that one. Why would it be? I mean, I understand. Big ass house. So it made sense to have cameras everywhere, but I guess. What is that? Yeah, where they go? Oh.
Cool statue. Missing a piece, though.
So I guess the piece go on that other hand. Wait. That looked like the dude we was fighting at the beginning.
Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family. That or Augustine loves cosplay.
Whoa.
Quite a piece. Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful.
What is that? Something got to go in the middle. Alright, talk to Maddie. I talked to her after I do this. The face of evil.
Sensationalist trash. Sam Green took down Frankstone. I could write a better book than this.
True story of Frankstone, told by the man who stopped him, Sheriff Lloyd. What's that? Kushitz? Whatever you said, however you say that name. If y'all want to read it, feel free to pause it.
I should check on Maddie. Can't be easy meeting someone from her mom's past.
All right, here we go.
Looks like it opens with a key.
Now, where can we find the key at?
Yeah? And what would you do if it was you here instead of me? No way. You'd be climbing the walls looking for a way out. Who's Dan? Psh, not in a million years. No way. You sure would get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Who are you talking to?
No, I wasn't.
I could hear you.
I was talking to my mom, to Bonnie. I've just felt so, like, empty since she died. Like I'm sleepwalking through a nightmare and I just can't seem to wake up.
It never gets easier when you lose someone. But it does become less suffocating.
I hope so, 'cause sometimes I just feel like I'm going crazy. Like, she really is out there, guiding me, trying to tell me something. That's why I came here. It felt like that's what she wanted me to do. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
Let's see, nostalgic Kurt. That's something I never told anyone else. It's not a good idea to dwell on the past. Let's do nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was a long time ago. We were just kids, making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but
So we're going back to the past.
there's one thing that always just stuck in my mind. Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera. We were driving past the Rivera's house. The garage door was wide open, full of light. And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction. And right in the middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so completely in tune with themselves. The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else.
She feeling it.
That was your mom.
Thank you.
Hey guys? Look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah! There! Right there!
Oh my God, there's someone out there.
The hell is that? Concern. If this plot gets any thicker, they might be after the film strips. Yeah.
If someone else did find out this deal is going down, they might be after the film strips.
Healthy competition does make for better offers.
My guess is that if they're all dressed in black and prowling around the place like a thief, they're not here to make an offer.
Maybe they just want to make a dramatic entrance.
Should we tell Augustine? They might be dangerous.
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
True.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
Okay.
Who was that? Cedar Steel. Cedar Hills, 1980.
What's taking them so long? I thought we were gonna have a production meeting before we shoot. The van's already all loaded up.
I read an article that said girls don't like it when guys get all twisted up about their punctuality. They find it controlling.
What? Why did you need an article to tell you that?
I just thought you might find that information useful.
I'm not trying to control Chris. Just got a lot to do.
Uh-huh.
Excited, agitated. Right on time, you gotta keep it down. Right on time.
Hey, right on time!
Time to get cooking. What?
Nothing, just trying to keep a low profile. Bonnie snooping around.
All right. Is everybody ready to get this production meeting started? We got a big night ahead of us. Guys, I gotta tell you, my mind's going like a million miles an hour right now. Did you know you can get like every newspaper article ever written at the library? It's insane. It's all right there.
No, tell me more.
I've spent like all day looking up every single thing I could find about Frankstone, the mill, the murders. We are sitting on a freaking gold mine here.
Sounds like a productive day.
I can't take all the credit. I had a little help from my assistant.
It was nothing.
Hey, modesty-free zone. I think I would have given up about 8 dozen times if this guy hadn't been there to cheer me on.
Just doing my job.
Oh, that reminds me. Now that you are an
Look at Chris
official
getting jealous.
member of the team, gotta wear the team jersey.
Wow. This is this is amazing. I'm honored.
You wanna wear the stripes? You gotta earn the rights.
I promise I'll be the best ancillary producer you've ever seen.
Production assistant.
Yeah, totally.
Feast your eyes.
Whoa. Wait, where's Sheriff Green?
Yeah, so Dad's never exactly been stoked about that.
But I thought he got the guy.
Yeah. And Sheriff Cushik took all the credit. People around here knew what was up, but
Let me see that.
This one's a 10-year retrospective. They go into all sorts of grisly details left out of the press the first time around.
and Dad got a little more credit too.
This is big deal stuff. We're making our movie in the very same spot it went down. Can't beat that.
Subdued, uneasy. Guess not. Stone's victims were real people. Yeah.
Stone's victims were real people. This was a real person.
Yeah? So?
I don't know. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to look at their picture.
And this is suddenly now a problem for you?
It's not a problem. It's just a little weird.
You were just like super gung-ho when I got here. What gives, man?
Nothing. I just don't want to, like, exploit any of the victims or whatever.
We're not gonna exploit Stone's victims. I'm just trying to maximize the potential of our main location. That's how you make a good movie.
If I'm gonna sneak you back in there, you better make it good.
He gets it.
Approving, dubious. You're missing the point. You're right. You know, she real hype. Like, she gonna get you in trouble. Let's do dubious.
I think you're missing the point. It's not about the mill.
So what's the big deal?
You don't think you're, like, a little too excited about everything that happened there?
Right.
Jaime, if it bothers you so much, you can always stay home.
Chris,
He's kinda number 1 on the call sheet.
What does that mean?
He's the main actor. We can't shoot without him.
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding, obviously.
Unless you won't.
Robert and I are gonna look for any more locations in the mill connected to Stone where we can shoot. Then I'm gonna go make this thing. any way I have to.
Looking around the garage, talk to Linda. Yeah, something wrong with her, man. Like, she gonna end up getting everybody killed. Stupid. Murder Mill.
Here, why don't you start with these?
So we're looking for Frankstone.
Can't believe Mom's finally
We're
getting
looking
out.
for anything referencing
can't wait.
specific locations in the mill that could be associated with Frankstone.
The mill's a pretty huge place.
That's why I'm sure there's gotta be something we haven't found yet.
Definitely possible.
We'll find it.
Yeah, Chris too damn hype about this. I promise you she is. I'll talk to her in a little bit.
Here, look at this. Mill projections dire for fall season.
It mentions Frank?
No,
Sure, no
but
one was
it
sad to
goes
see
into
it
the
go.
mindset of the workers. People were depressed. There were suicides.
At the mill?
Not at the mill, but like people who worked there or got
Well,
laid
Liz
off.
sure can't get enough of Frankstone.
This was a year or two before the murders started.
Does not sound like a fun place to spend a 12-hour shift.
I wonder
are a
if
couple
Linda's
articles
okay
like
with all
this.
this Frankstone
Mill
stuff.
was in serious decline.
But
So
if
Frank
it doesn't
did.
mention Frank,
I don't know. It's all related to him, to the way he was, or why he did what he did, or something.
that's your expert opinion?
It's just a hunch.
So Frank been murdering people before the murders even happened in the mill. So he been a serial killer.
I pulled some of these today, too.
What's that?
An omniverse?
From around the time
Far
of the
out.
murders. And a little before.
Oh, good thinking.
A book claiming there are multiple versions of people and objects across. I ain't even finished that, but oh well. Let me go ahead and talk to her, I guess.
I didn't want to say anything, but I'm just not a fan of this.
Boy,
Understandable.
jealous, concerned, insecure. Her obsession with Frankstone. So I know he concerned and he insecure, but I'm gonna do this concern part, this concern one first.
Her whole obsession with Frankstone and the murders just feels a little intense. Maybe it's because she's not from Cedar Hills, but you know, those victims could have been any of us or our families.
But they weren't.
So you don't think it matters either?
I didn't say it didn't matter. I just meant it happened a long time ago. And Chris is excited because some of the locations could work really well for the film. Like this one. Take a look.
What is all this?
I came up with a new scene to shoot.
That you wrote?
Yeah,
Does Chris?
I told Chris about it last night.
Oh, she was into it?
Yeah, we'll shoot it if we have time.
Cool.
This furnace chamber location is perfect. But I wouldn't have known about it without Chris's research.
Encouraging is pretty rad. They shouldn't have wasted all this time. I'm gonna go with her because I actually like her.
It's pretty rad. I hope we have time to shoot it.
It's very supportive of you. Thanks, Robert. I mean, Jaime, sorry. Forgot which one of you is the supportive one.
That was mean. You're mean.
Yes, I am.
Never mind, I don't like that.
Yes!
Never mind.
What is...
It's a picture of Frank Stone?
Look at the date.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
This is from before the murders, before they realized it was Frank.
It's about mill operations, kind of a puff piece to drum up interest in new recruits. Hello, what is this?
Look at the caption.
Worker Frank Stone, machine shop.
Bullseye.
Machine shop, huh?
We've got to shoot there. That's it. That's the place.
It's perfect.
So, time to go?
Okay, people, company move. Time to head on out and shoot the shit out of this thing. Let's go, let's go. Time is money. Let's make a movie.
To the Scooby van.
Now, what were you little ding-dongs working on? Hello. Interesting.
We wasn't got in the mystery van.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the mill.
Yep. There it is.
Oh, you see the creek down there? We follow that, takes us right to the secret entrance.
I don't see it.
That's why it's secret. We don't have to do this.
Yes, we do.
Ready? Oh, careful. First step's a doozy.
That damn Chris, boy. She too into this. She don't care if it's life
This
or
way.
death. She gonna do it. Alright, so I'm playing as Chris now.
Breathe in. I can't believe we're gonna see the place where Frankstone actually killed people. Freaking wild.
Okay, 2 ways into the storm drain from here.
One easy and one hard?
They're both medium difficulty.
Then give us medium one first.
Well, medium 1 is to climb the gate over there. Then it's like a straight shot right in, but it'll take us pretty close to my dad's patrol route.
And medium two?
Medium 2 is we cross to the other side, where we're a lot further away from my dad, but it's also gonna take a bit longer.
Those are both very medium.
Right down the middle.
So, which way?
I'm climbing. I'm hopping the fence.
Let's keep this as simple as possible and not waste any time.
Okay, we just have to be careful about my dad.
We will.
Hop on over.
Your dad really patrols the mill every single night?
Ever since I can remember.
Huh.
I used to think it was weird, but it's just kind of his thing. Growing up, nothing killed a friendly conversation quicker than someone calling my dad the hero of Cedar Hills.
I remember he didn't want to be interviewed for that profile they ran for the 10th anniversary. Had a cool title, though.
There got to be
What
something.
was the title?
The Man Who Drew Blood from a Stone.
Damn.
I mean,
gotta
it
be
could make a good title for the
Something
other one.
around here.
Other movie?
We were just batting some ideas around, just spitballing.
Cool.
Maybe we should stick to finishing one movie at a time.
Totally. Yeah.
Where do I got to? Hold on. There we go. Got to be something over here.
It's my dad. Everybody, hide. Anyone there?
Getting too old for this.
He won't come back this way again. Let's go.
This place is awesome. I wonder what we'll find inside.
Alright, I guess we gotta go that way. What's over here?
Are you absolutely sure this is safe and we're not gonna fall into some kind of ventilation shaft full of whirling fan blades?
I can't promise you won't, but at least you'll be able to see them as they tear you to pieces.
Thanks.
Brought one for everyone?
Yep.
What you got in there?
Well, the flashlights, my notebook, some pens, a couple of granola bars, 3 ponchos, first aid kit, bottle opener, sunscreen, collapsible cookware, and utensils.
You know we're not hiking the Appalachian Trail, right?
Always be prepared.
He ain't playing. He prepared for everything.